Language set to English. Okay. Autosave, sure. This is a lot of boxes. What? You just... Okay, guess we're going with English again. Select view to read. Bleh. Who cares about that? Oh, downloadable content. There's DLC in this game? Oh yeah! Look, instead of Phoenix, it's Edgeworth. I really like the purple. Anyways. Title screen options. Let's see. Screen shaking. We don't want that. Screen flashes. Don't want that. Controller vibration. I don't want that. Text skip. Enable to speed through unread text. No. Transparency. None. Let's go low. Wait time. Adjust how long the game waits in autoplay and story. Oh, we won't need that. Yeah, sure. Turn accolade. What? Okay. Whoops. Audio. Arranged. Oh. Ooh. Select the soundtrack to use. Ooh. Do we want original or arranged? Oh, that's hard. You know what? We'll go original. Art style. Oh, so this is art style HD or pixel art? Oh my gosh, the pixel art looks so funny. Oh my gosh. Oh, I kind of want to do pixel art for nostalgia, but we've already gone with that for the music, so we'll just do with the nice version. Voice language? There's voice acting? Reader mode. Automatically progresses through the dialogue. Yep, okay, it looks good. Great. Alright, title selection. So this is the first one, and then this is the second one. And that's it. There's only 2 games. Cool. New game. Turnabout visitor. Yes, please. Oh, you guys can't see the load screen, but it's a knight, like the chess knight, chess piece knight. That's the word. I don't know where to put my PNG yet. I know now. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I don't know a pop with it back. Let's just. Actually, hold on. I will wait until the dialogue comes up, and then we'll see how we go. Anyways, turnabout visitor, March 14th. Okay, I didn't get a chance to read that. To make sure the defendant is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. But that may be true, but why? But why? Why go this far? Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough, but a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. Oh, great. No matter what the cost. Blech. Who are you? That is some wacky ass dude out here. I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. Why'd you do it in my office? Bro. Anyways, March 14th, 2:05 AM. Prosecutors building 12th floor hallway. Oh my goodness! It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. Oh boy, are you wrong. The door is unlocked. Uh-oh. Detective Gumshoe? Hmm? What's the smell? Smells very familiar. Blood? What the? Oh, who's that? What's the meaning of this? Freeze! Oh, great. Identify yourself. Shut up. Wow. Got some nerve committing murder in the prosecutor's office. My shirt! Why did you do that? Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. No, he just vanished. Okay, bye. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases in some very frantic and busy days. Door 56. Room 1202. Oh, we have a safe behind the picture frame. Whoops. I finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue your investigation. Yes, sir. There! Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay, sir? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. When I heard that a murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away. This is Dick Gumshoe. He is a detective with the local precinct, and the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being. You are looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. However... Yeah! Look what they did to your office! It's totally trashed! I'll say, the culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. Whoa! Sounds like you're getting real burned up over this whole thing. This crime was committed in my office, so it's my responsibility to solve it. Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating. Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Just write it on his forehead, every single thing. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? Crime scene. Is it really coincidence that the murder took place in my office? I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you? No, not really. Especially because of this. The key to your office? What do you mean, sir? If you think about it carefully and use logic... Oh my gosh, logic! It should become clear to you. Logic? By finding the connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. That is the end result of using logic. So how do you use it? Great question. First, I record the information we gathered with the L button, and then I connect it, and I accidentally mash the B button. Now to use L and recall the facts. Oh, right. Crime scene. The office key. Connect. There's my way. For security reasons, all prosecutor's doors are outfitted with locks, which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir. There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? The safe? You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic. Okay. Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. Okay, so I can lose health. Right. But if I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we? Yes, sir! That's cute. The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. I know, and when I want to examine something, I simply use A when I'm next to it. Oh, if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just use X, okay? I'll give you great precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. So we can move around. Spin, 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 spin. Okay, gun. What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here. I think I've seen one of these before. Care to enlighten me as to where? Oh, I know. I was issued the exact same model, I think. Detective. I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. Detective, by the way. But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much except in emergency, so that's why I didn't recognize it. So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by this precinct's detectives. Okay. My chess table! Ouch, they even knocked over your chess set. I had it all set up ready for when you got back. I figured we could play a few games. I had no idea you were interested in chess. I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try. In that case, I suppose I could set some time aside after we solve this case. Though I don't expect the games to tax my mental acuity much. They finished photographing, They finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. So this thing? What do we have here? Hey, I think I've seen one of these before. It's a police badge, detective. Oh hey, I have the exact same thing actually. What a coincidence. Okay. Let's take a look inside. Buddy Faith. What a name. Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you. I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. I can't talk. Now it's calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. Okay, but before I do, can I have a look at this? I don't believe it! I packed those files on the shelf so tight! And not even an earthquake could make them fall off, but just look at them. At this rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all. A problem to be sure. Well, once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf. Okay, so nothing now. Okay. Killer's goal, revolver, and the victim. The revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Yes, sir. On it now, sir. Excuse me, pal. Let me see. What have we got here? Mr. Edgeworth, sir. This guy's wearing a gun holster. So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Okay. are you going to be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir? Of course. This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all. Alright, if you say so. I log any and all evidence I find in my organizer. Organizer. Wow. Okay. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to press R to open my organizer. Okay. Wow, that is a fancy badge. I prefer to keep it in my pocket. Wow. So nonchalant. But the organizer isn't only for evidence, I keep people's profiles on hand in it too. Probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. Let's see what else we can find about this revolver. As I always say, you gotta look really carefully at each piece of evidence. You can use the right stick to rotate, there's no such thing as a bad angle. Left and R to zoom in at the nitty gritty, okay. Why do you have a horse here? What's this? Oh, bullets. Looks like only one round was fired from this. Wow, so the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wresting the gun from him? Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. Oh, that's it? Okay. Let's give the body a once-over. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area. Looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir. In other words, he was shot. No kidding. Yup, and until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they are done processing the crime scene. Okay. Tick, tick, tick. Mr. Faith's holster. I bet he never thought he'd be killed by his own gun. Yeah, shot down by the very thing that's supposed to protect the people. I just can't get over that, sir. It's not right. We're gonna get the kill for sure. Maybe it's because the victim is a fellow detective, but for a second, Gumshoe sounded even more detective-like than usual. Okay. What else do we have here? Now, watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir. That killer's going to pay. This tea set. Yikes, you're really mad over this. This tea set is very dear to my heart and can only be bought in England. The England. It costs more than your whole month's paycheck. What? I feel like the killer's wasted one of my monthly paychecks. Okay. Anything? How's it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art. Well, I never. So, can I? If we can solve this case quickly, I'd like to return to relaxing on this sofa. That thing looks like 1,000,000,000 times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit on it too? Just for a little while, sir? Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us have time to spare, let alone rest. You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard and be a real trooper to the end. Even once this case is over, I don't think he can afford to take any time off. Yikes. Do you have anything to report? Sir, yes, sir. Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir. And yet, there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes. Oh, I didn't see that. Talk about a contradiction. Something out of the ordinary, huh? I should look around a bit more. The handprint? Your files are all over the floor, sir. It probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer. Aw, and I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this is just rendered all the time and effort I put in pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Well, I water the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, I come in and clean this place until it sparkled. Does he have a... Does he have a life? Wow. What a question to ask. I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body to Jim! Oh. Why, oh why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? Are you alright? Don't touch me! Leave me alone! Just let me be! Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body? Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. Sure, just in a blood-stained suit, pal. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes, I am. I'm Jacques Portsman, prosecutor. So, no name puns in this game? Okay. Jim here was my partner in crime, busting. I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I am also a prosecutor. Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir. So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office. Yes, that is correct. Then it was you. You're the one who killed Jim. Hey, don't go jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not. I know how things work around here. High prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them, and only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office door. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? Oh. Gumshoe, why'd you say that? Oh dear. So the only one who could get in here was me! Ho ho ho! Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. So it was you then! You're Jim's killer! No way, pal! You got it all wrong! Everyone calm down! Just yelling at each other. Mr. Portsman, correct? If you are a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? No. A pleasure to work with you. You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for budging in like that. Carry on then. It's your room after all. Thank you. I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there. Sir. What? What was that? I want you to capture the scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner Jim. Are you kidding me? I should probably give them some space. And we will look at this painting finally. Painting? This frame. Can I not look at this? There we go. Ah, your jacket, sir. What's it doing on the floor? Must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round. So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well? They dared to shoot the ultra special jacket that you made your prosecutorial debut. Is that the word? Oh. Sorry guys, 1 second. I just need to make a quick call back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. What if they had shot through it? It would have been a disaster. It's not worth getting worked up over, detective, not when there's something more here. Huh? Like what? I take it you haven't noticed it yet, detective? Because apparently he's blind. He's a very blind detective. There is a giant contradiction right here in front of us. Really? Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him. Aw, Phoenix, our boy. No. But I have my own methods and I will conduct this investigation my way. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's when my deductive skills come into play. First I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. Ish. This is it. This bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should point my cursor at it and press X with conviction. And when I have found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things. This. Eureka! I'm sorry. Did he just say Eureka? I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't remember that. Him saying Eureka. Interesting. Anyways, that was very soft. I don't know if there's another way for me to... I can't turn that up unless it's very loud for you guys, but we'll see. This bullet hole is the contradiction. What do you mean, sir? It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim, and the second felled this frame. Hey, that's right. However, this gun was only fired once. Hey, that's true too. True too. Which means that one of these bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? By the way, I noticed something, sir. Yes? What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame? Now that, it's a secret safe. A secret safe? Oh, I smell money. Yes, because that's all safe really holds. I'll spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way. Roger that. Roger, roger. Achoo, achoo. Talk about dusty. I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while. Why is it smudged? I had no idea there was a safe here, or I'd kept it clean for you. Money! Hello, Thick, how are you? So when did you put this thing in here? It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one. Wow, you just had to say that in front of him, huh? Guys, we all know a prosecutor has a safe, quick! Just barge into each one. Really? I had no idea. Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth? Right now? Nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session. That's it? Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams. Okay. Well, I won't be safe. Safe for long. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Like the smudge. Now this is odd. You found something, sir. This keypad. Don't you find it a bit too clean? Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not the keypad on itself. Howdy. Was fun in Escape Sim. How goes Edgeworth? Yeah, it was really fun in Escape Sim. Thanks for organizing it again. Too bad I can't stream future collabs. But yeah, if anytime you want me to join a collab, give me a holler and I will be there. But obviously depending on the time of day. Edgeworth is going. Literally just started. This is like the quote-unquote tutorial case. So yeah. Not really sure how much I'll be playing of this. If I can manage to finish this whole game before I go bye-bye, then that'll be nice. But the plan is just to play it for 2 days, so yeah. You guys probably won't see much of Edgeworth after today, depending on how I go. You there, the forensic scientist? Yes, sir. Could you please dust this area for fingerprints? You got it, sir. Will do. Did you guys finish? I'm assuming you guys finished that, the room that I left on. I couldn't find, let alone lift, a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well. I won't see much of Edgeworth after today. She's gonna kill him! Run away! Edgeworth, run! As I thought, it appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly play connect the dots. We in preschool? Connect the dots with the information we have. Okay, so... Is it? Yeah, it's this one. It's okay, I won't look so I won't have to be a witness. Signs of struggle. Can this work? Wonder if this works. Oh, it does. Nice. I believe I figured out what the murderer was after. Well, what is it, sir? The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. I wonder if knowing that motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime. The culprit tried to open my safe. Was the killer's motive theft? What? Is it these two? I don't think that would make sense. Would it? I don't know. Let's just try. Oh wow, it does. This is really testing my connection logic theory. Oh my gosh. There's a possibility that the files splayed? That's a word? On the floor are not the result of struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh, you mean like it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir? Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen. Yes, sir. I'm gonna shelve files like you've never seen before, even at a library. You go do that, Gumshoe. Splayed! Sure, let's give that a try. Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth. How old is this dude? Oh my gosh, he's 29. The poor soul. Oh. The prosecutor is also 29. The detective does not look 29. Okay. No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth. And so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? 29 is the new 40. Definitely looks 40. I don't know about this prosecutor dude though. I don't know what he does look like. Definitely not 29. First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place. Got it. Here, let me help. So this file goes here and that book goes there. You sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office. Because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal. Okay, done. What the? It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here. The bloodstains on the bookshelf are still fresh. Ew. I suspect that the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf. Why is the gunshot... There's a gun hole in the order. And then the guy fell onto the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kind of grossing me out. Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now. But you know I'm not good with blood, sir. I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. This. This. Is this spot somehow to connect it to any of the evidence I hold? Wait, let me hold on. Let me just... So this is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim, huh? For the bullet to be lodged so squarely in a file's spine indicates that the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred. Then I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way. Okay. Gumshoe, you're a detective! Is he though? The victim's handprints. Must have tried to support himself with his hands here after he'd been shot. There were prints on the floor, sir, too. Prints on the floor too. I don't know where I got the sir from. Those must have been made when, unable to stay standing, he dropped to the floor. Appears that the victim was still in a sitting position here after being shot. Oh, so that's why the seat of the victim's pants had blood on it. That would be the logical conclusion. Is that it? I guess that's it. Did he say connected? He said connected, right? Yeah. Okay. This? Eureka! There is clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole. What do you mean, sir? You don't see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher. But what if the guy was shot when he was sitting or lying down, sir? That would be illogical. The victim leaned against this shelf here after being shot, which suggests that he was standing when he was shot. I mean, he's trying. Probably. You never know. I mean, he's supposedly been in this whole job for who knows how long, right? Then that means... Wait, what does that mean, sir? It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. Anyways, allow me to continue. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption, and it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. What is the faulty assumption that caused this problem with the bullet hole's position? The order of the files? I believe the order of the files is a bit off. You mean I put them back in the wrong order just now? Hey, actually, I think the labels on the files are wrong, sir. Yes, because we go A, B, G, D, E. Nice. Oh, there's zeros! Oh, there's zeros. Oh, yeah. You see how the files that were shot begin with the number 0? What are those doing all the way down there after 1, 2, and 3? That's really weird. Actually, the way they are organized now is the correct order. They are exactly as I see them in my mind's eye. But the numbers are all out of order. Those white binders are special, so they are arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Aha, so that's it. I believe the killer makes the same incorrect assumption as you just did, detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out. No, that looks better. Not really. It looks kind of gross. I don't like this. Do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back up to how it was before it was moved? They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you please, Detective Gumshoe. What is with all these missing files? As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. The killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Faith. Move it back! And then put the files back in numerical order, I guess. Exactly, and then proceeded to shoot the victim. But why would someone kill a man and then look through your files one more time? Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into disarray twice, once before and once after the crime. But why? Now the crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look. Like this gap here. This. What is that? Why does it say gumshoe on there in blood? And why is it upside down? Huh. I'd say that's some incredibly incriminating evidence. Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed. No, wait, there's gotta be some mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, say something, sir. It appears that one of my files was stolen. Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation? Is this what the killer was really after? Oh. Yay! Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. And this most important message managed to reach us. I'm telling you, it wasn't me! You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party. Oh, my controller disconnected for a minute. If you are going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up. Jim's words, they're more than enough, wouldn't you say? If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You got it. Dang, this bass. Nice. I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. There must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig out. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you going to do? What I always do in court. I'm going to cross-examine him. You cross-examine? I thought it was... Okay. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique. Ooh, how do you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir? Might as well. Alright, first I listen to the witness's testimony. If I find a flaw in the testimony, something that contradicts the evidence, I open my organizer and present the evidence of the piece of contradictory evidence. To present something else, that's old news. Yep, that is old news. But it's not like there's gotta be a flaw in their testimony every time, right? Correct, and at those times I need to press the witness. Sometimes by pressing, I can draw out new information and new or modified testimony. I think I get it, sir. I will be sure to try this technique out during investigations too. Very well, I'll even show you how it's done. Now watch carefully. Edgeworth lost so many times he's starting to forget how things work. He's like, wait, guys, quick, tell me! There! Anyways. Oh! Oh my gosh, I remember this tune! Oh my gosh. This tune just took me back. This is the original music, by the way. This is not the arranged, so this is a nice little nostalgia. Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed the theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it will be by his final words that you will be brought to justice. Justice. Apollo's not here. Hey, Miss Apollo. You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer? I can hear Jim's voice and he's calling for his killer's arrest. Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portsman? There is no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. I will find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence. Yeah! Rebuttal. Okay. Oops, wrong button. I meant to press.
Hold it!
You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask. What is it? Why do you call the victim Jim, when clearly his name is Buddy Faith? Isn't it obvious? Jim is the perfect name for my companion. Okay. Jacques Portsman. Jack Portsman. Jacques and Jim. Don't those two names go together like peanut butter and jelly? Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Yeah. Sorry, hold on. Let me just... Okay. But Jim isn't even close to the guy's real name. Well, Jacques and Buddy just sounds off somehow. You're so old. I'm sorry. Sorry. I had to. Besides, he was the third of a bunch of guys I decided to name Jim. Third of a bunch of guys. I feel so sorry for those other guys. He talks about the victim like he was his pet. In this other files look like you committed theft.
Hold it!
My hair went all grey hearing that again. How old is that? Sure. I'm assuming like has to be like over 10 years old. If it's not even 10 years old, that's impressive. Do you really think it was necessary to dishevel my shelves twice to do that? That's true. Okay, maybe his real intent was theft. Hey, are you accusing me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth? It's a possibility. Maybe your salary's been cut so much that life is getting a little too rough to handle? I'll have you know that I eat 3 square meals every day, pal. Okay, so all 3 of them happen to be instant noodles. Yum. Poor thing, what an evil prosecutor you were paired up with, and what a motive, no? That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf.
Hold it!
And why would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing? Because the body was getting in his way. He had to mess up your bookshelf somehow, right? Anyway. What? That was weird. Thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding.
Hold it!
Why do you think that the killer didn't notice the bloody letters? The body was covering it quite well, wouldn't you say? That's how he missed it. But judging by what I've seen, it doesn't take much for your detective to miss something. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? I am. You know nothing about me, pal. There's a lot a person can understand about another from first impressions alone. Can't say I disagree with him on that point. Why don't you say something, sir? Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Despite his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective to be the culprit. Nobody could have overlooked the bloody letters, and I can prove it. With evidence. I couldn't ask for a better setup. For the game-finishing spike. Oh, are you a volleyball player? Supposed to be. Earliest I can find is 2004, which is a bit over 10 years. You are correct. Oh my gosh. Okay. Right.
Hold it!
Are you saying that those letters were intended for you? Yep. Jim was an outstanding detective. I would expect no less from my former partner. Looks like Mr. Portsman still doesn't understand. He has yet to figure out the true meaning behind the bloody murder. Bloody murder? Bloody letters. What are you sputtering over there? Can't you just admit my logic is perfectly sound? Actually, there's a gigantic flaw in his logic. A gap so wide that even a good detective can spot it. Now to clue Mr. Portsman in by presenting him with some evidence. Okay, so it was this one. Yeah, it is this, right? Wait, hold on. Next to that, you don't know some bloody. Wait. What? Okay, yeah, that's.
Objection!
There we go. All I remember is that Bob is your uncle and that he was guilty for sure. Or Bob is my uncle. Bob's your uncle. I think that's what it said. I think that's what the saying is. How are you going, Ryura, by the way? Can't you admit my logic is perfect? I'm sorry, sir. Lying is wrong. Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsman, but there is a serious flaw in your logic. Heh, bringing a bit of the courtroom into this, I see. No problem, I'm game. I can't help but find it odd. Excuse me. Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office. What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking, I get it, ha ha ha. We never joke around in this office. If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file? What? That's impossible! Oh boy. What's impossible, Mr. Portsman? Nothing. The files on that shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt that they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spines.
Objection!
It's possible that they could have taken the file before committing the murder. What? What did he sound like? Oh, I can't hear it back. I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters in the detective's name where the file should be is proof. Yeah, I mean the S is gone and there's only half an H. If Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood. Yeah! What a face. Super tired, got home from parents with dinner, spent the morning and afternoon going. It was a long tiring day so didn't get to recoup. Aw, well hopefully you get the chance now. You can sleep while you watch or listen to my stream. That is a-okay. Which means, what exactly? What does that make this dying message? It makes it the work of a criminal intent or tampering with the crime scene. I guess I'll start shiny hunting before bed. I swear if you get a shiny. Swear. That's so low. I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir. I'm gonna get him, sir. You'll see. I'm gonna have them under arrest in no time. Yeah, but yeah, Ryura, please make sure you get some time to rest. Well, Mr. Portsman. Brilliant, absolutely splendid. Logic deserving of Olympic gold. I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed. Meh, you win some and you lose some. That's how life goes. Glad everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive. Ah, but you know, it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up, however. What is it this time? Are you still after me, pal? Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office? That would be me. But Mr. Edgeworth just proved that I'm innocent, pal. Oh. Is that a lab coat or a blazer? It looks like a lab coat. That's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence. Now, why do I sense that you still have something to say? Got 2 new hires coming tomorrow to start training. Oh, yeah, I remember you mentioning your trainees. Yeah, hopefully this time around they'll be good. My first thought was a lab coat, but I'm biased. I don't blame you. Hello, Weeb. How are you? Well, I was thinking, did you know there is one other person with a key to this office? One other person? It was a blazer. I'm sorry, Thick. It's a blazer. Hey, you there. Yes, sir. What is it, sir? Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me? What? Oh, I'm sorry, Thick. A lady? The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as a material witness. Oh, what? Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal. Don't. Oh, no. Is it who I'm thinking it is? Oh, no. Good. Thanks for asking. Good to hear. Glad you're doing well. Hope you're having a good weekend, or had a good weekend, or having a good end to your weekend. Actually, I'm pretty sure this guy did it. He doesn't deserve the coat. In case you guys didn't see the intro to this case, they showed the murderer, and you're staring right at him. And no, it's not Gumshoe. What's wrong with him all of a sudden? Oh no, it's not. Oh no. Edgeworth? No, it's not Edgeworth. I'm currently working right now. Oh no! Well, I hope my stream can keep you company while you work. I believe she needs no introduction. In case you don't know this character, she is an original character from the Phoenix Wright trilogy. So you gotta be really up to date with all your characters in this game series. But obviously I didn't play the Phoenix Wright trilogy on stream, but I do know who this is. So, yep. I believe she needs no introduction. I have called upon Miss Maggie Bird, a member of security. Detective Gumshoe, sir. Maggie! Miss Bird is the security guard on watch tonight. I see, and your point is? My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in this building. What? If you are not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird. Yes, I know. She has Maggie Bird, as in bird. Like the magpie. I have a very important question for you. Yes, please, you may ask. How dare you? I would never sneak into someone's room. That's right, I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was me. That's right, I did it. Gumshoe. Do you like flowers? What? Flowers. Yeah. I say yeah because it depends on the type of flowers. Like the smell. We all need a Gumshoe in our lives. We sure do. It was pretty obvious again in the Phoenix Wright trilogy that he has a massive crush on Maggie. How old is she? Never mind. I like turtles. Can we take that as a confession, Detective? Well, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. Do you like flowers or not? Yes, yes. I like flowers. So yeah, it was me. If it was, you'd have no problems with that, right? Buffering. Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There is no need for such theatrics. Oh, he's put on the blazer. Listen to your boss, detective. He understands what I'm saying here. That girl is the only one who could have committed the crime, and for one simple reason. Oh, are we going in again? Right. Here you go. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's such a cute little emote. No, it's so cute. Reason for suspicion. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. Sir, either put on the blazer or keep it on. Or keep it off. So you're saying she used the master key? Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say? That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well. That was then, this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me. I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. Seems like the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give me more details is to press him. Oh great, now I have to press him. And now he's a tennis player. Who the heck knows what he is?
Hold it!
Truly a master of sports ball. Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key? There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight, she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird? That's, true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir. Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? Yes, moving on. I hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated. What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal. But you can't really trust her not to tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting time. Don't we all? Should I hear Miss Bird out? Yes. Not so fast. I too am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say. Didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? You don't need to hear her lies. I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please. I discovered that the master key was missing at around 1 AM, sir. What do you mean by missing? As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it. Mr. Portsman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you? I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words. I'm not lying, sir.
Objection!
If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now. I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir. A likely story. And where's your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? Oh, he took it off. I do not like this man, and it's not because he killed someone. Is it because he took off his blazer again? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again. Sir! I never lose things, I can practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it. Yeah, pal, trust me, you don't want to test just how bad her luck is. Ouch. Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of evidence or testimony as conclusive. Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth. But you still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office. Her motive? Didn't we already establish it was theft? I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and or at least tried the safe. It is as Mr. Portsman says, Detective. I can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows, it's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. Oh. Get Maggie into shiny hunting. put her and me in a competition, who would not get a shiny first? Me or her? He's playing with his blazer. Oh no. Oh, I can look at it. Hello. There's nothing to look at though. Yeah, I can't really examine anything. Oh, never mind. It's a master key to every office in the building. Cool. Yeah, there's nothing else. Then I think we know who wins. If it's about not getting a shiny. Oh dear. Wait, what did he say? I can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft, but I'm done taking blows this time. The culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe. Yeah, how would she know about the yeah, she wouldn't have known about the thingy-majiggy, the safe. She wouldn't have known about the safe.
Objection!
Well, speaking of shiny, oh, you really? I mean, I should be happy, but at the same time, really? Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something? Why not? It's the truth after all. He took it off again. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway. That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe, the existence of which is only privy to persecutors. I just ran into shiny oddish. 3 more shiny odds to go. Oh, oddies to go. Oh my gosh. Congratulations. Again. I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was a part of her cunning plan. But she could have found it by accident when she was turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted. Yeah! Yeah, even I didn't know about that safe, pal. That means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either. Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor? Like, you? Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now? Curses! Why? What made you? What's with the angry face all of a sudden? It's all my fault! What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes. What did you just say? We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes. Then that means... Yeah, I know. I only just told him too. Obviously, it was wrong of me to tell him. Granted, these are event outbreaks with no Herba Mystica. Makes sense. I still can't quite believe it, but the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim. Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief? And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you, Miss Maggie Bird? Excuse me? I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit too far, even in your risky profession. What the? You're still accusing Maggie of the murder? Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it? No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir. Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office. Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. Yeah. He's trying so hard now. He's trying way too hard. Edgeworth was like, it's a prosecutor. Wait, no, it's not a prosecutor. I can tell you why. Bruh. Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us, unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him. Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? I don't want to admit it, but the only way for everything else to make sense. Has he no honor? Dishonor on your family, dishonor to your cow. Dishonor on you, dishonor on your family. I don't know how the saying goes. Something about dishonor to your cow. Or on your cow. Dishonor to. Anyways. Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out? Bro. This is my office? Who are you telling to get out? You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office. But I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You are all suspects to varying degrees and therefore ineligible to run this show. Listen, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit. Detective Gumshoe, come yourself. But sir, you have no choice but to accommodate his request. For now. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I would be most grateful. Mark my words, Mr. Portsman, we will meet again. If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now don't disappoint me, you hear? Will be continued. You leave my cow out of this. Oh, that was a nice little save tune. Alright, I'm going to drink some water because man, my voice is like... Right, let's keep going. Thank you for the hydrate. I just hydrated. I don't know if I'm supposed to take another drink or not, considering I just hydrated. Anyways, let's go. Why is there a basketball? Basketball. Dun dun dun. Okay, now I have to hydrate. Thank you. Are you happy now? Anyways, it's 4:18 in the morning. I would be dead asleep. What is with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable. I need to spend my 61k by the night. Fair. Please maintain your professionalism, detective. I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence. You'll see, sir. But we've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir. True. So then what now? Do you like turtle? I like turtles. Turtles used to be my favorite animal. Actually, correction, it's one of my favorite animals. I always wanted a pet turtle when I was younger. But then I heard about how difficult it was to look after. So I was like, oh, never mind. There is a 50k reward. You really need to spend points. What is it now? It's a bunny! A little bunny rabbit. Unfortunately, they are considered pests in Queensland, so can't have any rabbits as pets. Looks like my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch. Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. What? Why are you so sad about that? There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway. Eh? Really, sir? For example, this hallway. And yes, because there is casually a basketball out here. Yes, but that's easy way out to spending the points. No bunny! Oh. The linchpin? What the heck is that word? Of his argument against Miss Bird is related to the master key. In that case, this hallway is the perfect place to look for more information regarding the mystery surrounding my door. My door! Okay, well, first things first, I already saw this like the moment we started talking. Oh, look at that! Rira activated the mod card. Vic, would you please do the honors? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. I physically can't. Oh. Okay, never mind. I'll do it then. Hold on. There you go. Congratulations. You are officially a mod. Okay, my stream just went down for a minute. That was weird. But I think we're back. It's... Ah, isn't that the missing 0 series file, sir? No doubt about it, the bloody letters mark it clear as day. And by becoming mod... Oh no, what is going on now? I get to... What? Okay, Vic, you can do that one. What? Ryura got modded and then he wants to time himself out. Okay. That's our #1 mod. Oh dear. There seem to be a few pages missing. Our thief took only what was necessary and left the rest behind. So what are these 0 files about, sir? The floor is yours. I guess they've got something worth stealing in them, huh? Not particularly. It's just a collection of court cases files. However, the cases within these files are not mine. Huh? They belong to the High Prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were. Is Rira timed out? I'm new to this. Then that means the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, right? It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing. It's okay, you got this. I wonder why anyone would care about such an old case. Okay. I don't know if anything would be on the floor. Oh my gosh, I can move it. Hey guys. Guess whose office this is? What is a basketball doing here? That's Mr. Portsman's prized possession, sir. Oh, okay. He's a basketball player. I can't do it myself. It's grayed out. Oh, well. I heard he also plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis. And not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in a hallway. What is a basketball hoop doing here? Hey, didn't this used to be outside next to the building a long time ago? So when and why was it moved indoors? I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently. Drag it? I heard that it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it himself. Oh my gosh, that poor dude. We're on the 12th floor, by the way, guys. I can't. Oh. I guess I can. It shows how many messages and all I wrote when I followed. How long was the timeout? I keep forgetting. 1 minute. You cannot time out moderator Rira unless you are the owner of this channel. Oh, okay. Okay then. We'll go for 1 minute. $999 plus messages, and June 4th of 2022 was when I started. Oh my gosh. 3 years ago. Dang. What did I do 3 years ago on that day? Was that my Pokemon playthrough? All the way up to the 12th floor? Rip that dude. Oh, that's it, huh? Oh my gosh, look at this running animation. Damn. So smooth. Anyways. Hello, Pain. What do you want? Looks like you're quite in the pitch, Mr. Edgeworth. To be sure, murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. You must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly post-haste. Sounds like a messy case you've got on your hands. You ever feel lost or need some advice? My door's always open. Oh gracious, I will keep your offer in mind. Who is this guy again? Oh my gosh. Big oof. I'm able to speak again. Oh, your mod thingy is gone. Oh no. You're no longer mod. Hold on, we can change that. There we go. Is everything alright? Yes, sir. If you must know, I weighed myself this morning and I'm finally at 154 pounds. I didn't ask? Congratulations, but I was asking about this hallway and this room. Oh, everything's okay, sir. Word of advice, stay focused or you may start to lose even more weight. Harsh words, Edgeworth. I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case. It's okay, Rira, you are mod again. I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream where I'm being cross-examined by the emails, Edgeworth. Can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key. I should jog her memory by showing my notes to her. Okay. Oh my gosh. You gave me my first ever timeout. I sure did. And I hope you're happy. Have you ever met the victim before? Well, I've seen him a couple of times before when I had to go to Mr. Portsman's office. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portsman, sir. That sounds like fun! Just once I'd have loved to play with them. Sounds fun, but the only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Portsman. All Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the ball, sir. On second thought, I don't think I'd fit in all that well with them. Miss Maggie Bird, correct? I take it that you are an acquaintance of the detective? She was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. One day she got caught up in a murder, and things started going downhill, so she quit. Shoutouts to Trials and... Nope, not Trials and Tribulation. Justice for All... All... Case 1. If you don't know that case, just do a little brief summary of that. But I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought until a few hours ago. Right before I was about to clock out for the night. You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct? Don't worry, my whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and now I've even managed to be named criminal, just when I've become a security guard. That's a lot to go through in one lifetime. I know, and just when I thought I'd finally found my happiness, I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck. You don't need to worry about me, Miss Bird, nor do you need to worry about yourself. I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation. Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth, you can count on me. I'll do all I can to help. Too relatable, lady. Including the falling down from the 9th floor? What is it? 16 apartment floor? I don't know. Anyways, she fell from a floor. So when did you discover that the master key was missing? By the time I realized it, I think it was around 1 AM, sir. And I noticed it was back at around 2:30. It was just sitting there on the ledge where the security room's reception window is. But I'm sure that between those 2 times it was not just gone but stolen, sir. Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place? Ah, it's not like that, sir. We always keep the key further inside the room, away from the window. Always, you say, except for this time, correct? Well, I admit that it was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. I left it out because I was sort of using it at the time. It was after I had used it that I left it sitting out on the ledge. Whoops. She used the master key? Okay. I'm sure if I lived anywhere with 9 floors, I'd have fallen out. Just toppled back. What did you mean by used the master key? Oh, I had used it to open the door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key. I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right? Ah! What is it? That's right, I just remembered. The prosecutor who forgot his key. It was Mr. Portsman, sir. Oh my gosh, I wonder if he asked Maggie to open Edgeworth's room, telling Maggie that it was his room. Huh. What? Please tell me more, Miss Bird, quickly. Forgetful, Mr. Portsman. It was around 12 AM. Mr. Portsman had forgotten his office key, so he came down security, sir. And that's when you loaned the master key to him? No way, it was against regulations to loan the master key out to anyone. Oh, maybe it was his office. I walked with Mr. Portsman to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir. I see. And then, what happened after that? Well, he called me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 AM, I think. So in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice. Talk about suspicious. I doubt you can say that you've never left your keys at home, Detective. I think this calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portsman's door. Okay. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Oh, is this gonna be his saying every time? Okay. The door is locked tight. Hehe, I bet the old credit card trick would work here, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? This is the office of a high prosecutor, Detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them. Aha! So I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be who our culprit is. Oh boy. Might I advise you to return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from? Yikes. Room 1203. I take it that this is Mr. Portsman's office? Yeah, you can't mistake it being of that because of that basketball hoop, sir. Oh, that reminds me. Mr. Portsman had actually wanted room 1202 really badly. Interesting. But since you were already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door, sir. So why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting room 1202? I'm not so sure, but I bet it's because of something like his birthday is December 12th? 2nd? Okay. Yep, that's gotta be it. But I can't think of another reason why. I can think of at least 3. Why am I even wasting time thinking about this? Missed the chance for them to say lion burglar instead of great cat burglar. Oh, instead of greater cat burglar. Ow! I hit my foot on my desk. Minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood. Kind of majestic too. Fits in real well with the ambience of the prosecutor's offices. Even Mr. Portsman seems dignified just because he works behind one of these. Nonsense, a man doesn't become more or less dignified because of where he works. Boo! Well, he still seems more dignified than Mr. Payne. Mr. Payne? I suppose custodial work can also be dignified. Yikes. There's nothing else to this door. The hoop? Mr. Portsman's personal basketball hoop. Can't believe you put something like this in the hallway of a prosecutor's office. But, you know, it's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gone lost trying to get to your office since it's been here. How long have I had the same office and yet you still managed to get lost? Oh, what? Oh. So Gumshoe is essentially our helper. Like in Phoenix Wright. So... Can I look at my door? Oh, I can. Don't see any signs of forced entry, and according to the guard, no signs that the lock was picked either, sir. Meaning that the door really was opened with the key. Did you happen to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob? Apparently the doorknob's clean as a whistle. Wiped, they think. Whoever this thief is, they did a good job of not leaving any clues behind. Okay. When I checked this earlier, it never hurts to take another look. Okay, so I guess it's nothing here. Detective sleeping on this couch apparently. Okay. Talk to him, talk to you, looked at this. Already did that. Hold on, I can open this. I didn't think to open this. Oh, never mind. Okay, so... Oops. Where is this? Files in disarray. Master key was stolen. Use the master key. So this. Miss Bird, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story. What? No way, pal. I mean, sir. You said that you locked up Mr. Portsman's office at around 1:30, correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time. Wow, nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth. You saw that contradiction like a pro. I had totally forgotten all about that, but thanks to you, I remember it now. You're right, it was around that very time that I realized the master key was missing. And, well, I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? So I pretended to lock up his room, sir. You pretended? Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was locking up, sir. So in actuality, you never did re-lock the door then. Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly. Oh, we can go in his office. You go in our office, we go in yours. Okay. So let's try again. What? Why am I deducing this? That makes no sense. Hold on. Is there another logic thing I can do? Yes, the door is the door. Me saying that it was unlocked the whole time was actually something. What? I guess I deduce it? Huh, okay.
Eureka!
There's a contradiction here between reality and the evidence. If what Miss Bird has said is true, then why is this door locked tight? You know, you're right. Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't re-lock this door? I am certain of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Portsman noticed it himself that I hadn't. Which means... What, sir? Oh my gosh, Gumshoe. It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one. Oh my gosh. I was right? Oh my gosh. What? She opened a different door, but how can you prove that? There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is, we need to examine these. The doorknob. The prints on the doorknob will tell us everything. Hey, you pal, do us a favor and see what you can lift from this, okay? So, what did you find out? There's no need for such belligerent... What? Nostril flaring, detective. Sir, I have found only Mr. Portsman and Mr. Faith's prints on this doorknob. So only 2 people's prints were found on this door, huh? No Maggie. That's pretty decisive. Huh? I'm lost, sir. Thinking logically, a certain other person's prints should be on this doorknob as well. Now then, his prints should also be on this doorknob. Maggie.
Take that!
Don't you find it odd that the prints of this person who unlocked this door are absent? You mean... Yes, the door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one. Or someone broke in with the key without knowing it was unlocked already, then when he finished, locked it. Possibly. But yeah, I think someone just moved the basketball hoop. And then Maggie just opened Edgeworth's door. See? You can clearly see it on the carpet. This basketball property of Mr. Portsman? Yes, sir. He's always ready for a match. Basketball, soccer, dodgeball, tennis. It doesn't matter what sport it is. He's game. Although I think it'd be a little hard to play tennis with this ball. Haha. Nothing gets past you, Gumshoe. That isn't the point you should be focusing on, detective. You're right, sir. Now I know what I should be focusing on. Bad Mr. Portsman. Someone should teach him to clean his toys up after he's done playing. Oh dear. I think we've reached the end of this conversation. What's this? Looks like a scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir. Let's see. Oh, there's something written on it. I brought 3 pieces of the evidence by... I brought 3 pieces of the evidence by... just like we talked about on the phone, but it looks like you're out. Guess I'll catch up to you later. Looks like a note from the victim. Yeah, and it's for Mr. Portsman. What's this? What are you looking at, sir? Oh hey, how about a game? That's okay, detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off. Hey, you're right, sir. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk. The positioning of the hoop is definitely unnatural. I better take a note of this. Yay, we did it. poking around in this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely. Huh? How so, sir? In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case. You know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth. As long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman. What? Mr. Portsman? I knew it. That is exactly what my logic senses were telling me too. Really now? I suspected it was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir. That is anything but logical. Lady and gentlemen, prepare yourself, lady. Come what may, it's time to knock on truth's door. Mr. Portsman, I've finished processing the bloody letters, sir. Alright, let me take a gander at it. Pass it here. Oh, what the heck? Okay, looking good. You there, take good care of this. Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe. Whoops, I keep pushing the R button. End of the line for you, Portsman. We've got you now. Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke? It's no joke. We know, Mr. Jacques Portsman, that you are the guilty party in this case. You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay, if your promise is to stay out of our way. You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job? I can see right through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl. Who'd have ever thought it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? Hello, Brace! How are you? The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years. But there was always this incessant? What? Chatter about forged evidence with that guy. I'm doing well, thank you. Just doing some investigating with Miles Edgeworth. Horsies! Oh dear. I am not playing that game, guys. If you're going to ask me, no, I would not be playing that game. It really teaches me that I've got to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know. Are you done trying to play mind tricks with me? Because they won't work. It's me! The only thing you should be using that mouth of yours for now is explaining yourself. Although that too will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up. Well, aren't you we full of ourselves, even though you have yet to prove anything? 2 more oddies to go. Nice. Mr. Portsman rebuttal. Ooh, key change! Ooh, tempo as well. What a bop. I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here. Oh my gosh, it is so windy outside. Sorry, but we are not finished yet. Boy, you're stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something. I'll show you what I'm basing my accusation on. With evidence. Rebuttal! Let me just quickly save. I know which one to go for, so... Actually, no I don't. Maybe? Might be this. Let me just hold off for a bit.
Hold it!
Unfortunately, I believe I have already shown how earlier. Your speculations mean nothing, as I still insist that I could not gain access to your room. What should I do now? Should I raise an objection? You claim to have had no way to open my door. However, is that really the honest truth? Haha, alright, I'll humor you. Go ahead, shoot. Shoot. I propose that you use this to open my door.
Take that!
Okay, good thing I pressed. I believe you were able to open my office door with the master key, no less.
Objection!
Oh, wait. Hold on for a sec. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know. Precisely, you were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct. That's right, you used your finger to direct this person to open my door with the key. Detective Gumshoe. No.
Take that!
You had asked Miss Bird to open your own office door for you, yes? Yeah. I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know? No, I don't know. But the room you had Miss Bird open at the time was not your own, was it? What? You have quite the imagination. Why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we? I'm certain that it was Mr. Portsman's door, sir. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door, sir. Oh, the number plate was shifted as well. See, Miss Bird backs up my story. Yet, what if you had misled her to fool her into thinking that what you wanted? Actually, I doubt it was moved. Happens to me a lot, locking my keys in the car, so I keep the spare in my glove compartment just in case that happens again. Smart. Very smart. Who messaged me? Oh. Ah, what's happening? Okay. Who has lost their keys? Or has left their keys behind? Or has locked themselves out before? I do say that just to see how people react. In the car. I was like, glove compartment? Car? How do you suppose I do that? By switching the number plates on our doors, for example. Oh, I guess you did. Because both keys would be locked. Yeah, I was like, that doesn't make sense. In my head, and I was like, okay, maybe it was a typo. Yeah, I've done that too many times. I have left my work keys at home twice or 3 times, and it's like the worst feeling. That's right, they do slide out pretty easily. Furthermore, you then used one other thing to give a very strong impression that the door she was opening was yours and not in fact mine. What was it that Mr. Portsman used to make Miss Bird think it was his room? The basketball hoop.
Take that!
What? The basketball hoop, sir? It's quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building. Which is why it left an unusually strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor. Dwah. That's very true, sir, because there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portsman's. There are signs that the hoop had been moved to sit in front of my office, to be sure. I see. So that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off the racetrack. Oh, now what? Too many times for me when listening to music going into the gym. Trivago. Conjectures rebuttal. Now you're just spouting nonsense. And the girl opened my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a a liar. So he intends to claim his innocence to the end, does he? I'm as pure and innocent as my jacket. And Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. My jacket's not dirty, I'll have you know. I just washed it yesterday. Please calm down, for I intend to show who is the one truly covered in slime here. Ewy gooey. Well, I'm just gonna go straight to the statement, because I already know. This one. Where's the note?
Objection!
The jacket you don't keep on for more than 5 seconds? Oops. Oh my gosh, why do I keep doing it? That was a lie. Oh, what are you talking about? How was that a lie? This is a note from the victim. Oh, this is a note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman. A note? It was left under your door, or did you not notice? And right here it says, but you're out. You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then, where were you and what were you doing? Shall I explain it in full detail for you? You were busy snooping around in my room, the very room you had Miss Bird open for you.
Objection!
That's just nonsense. You have no evidence that I made the girl open your door for me. Oh, but I do. I have very decisive evidence. No way! No, wait. Jose. This is proof positive that you had Miss Bird open the door for you. Is it this?
Take that!
I had your door dusted for prints. Someone took my jacket, so... My door? What for? Come on, I bet you didn't. Damn, this piano going hard. Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time. You're right, I didn't find anything. And definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints. Her prints? What do they have to do with anything? Let's put it this way. If she really was the one who opened your door, then her prints should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Eck. Further, all of the prints on my office door's knob have been wiped clean off. I don't know why I paraphrased that. I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it. Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? We know you stole into my office. We know you stole into my office. We know you stole into my office. What? Is that a proper sentence? With the intent of stealing something from me. And Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had threatened me as you escaped. As I said when you had the gun to my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office. And just what's so funny, pal? Well, that look of stiff seriousness on the face of this office's finest prosecutor, as he makes a huge mistake in accusing me in simply too much to bear. There's just nothing else like it in the world. Really, I feel like the biggest mistake in this world is you not putting on your jacket and keeping it on. What? Mr. Edgeworth has just explained it all, and he even backed it up. You're the murderer. Stop trying to be slippery and just admit it to the crime already. As I said earlier, it's also circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say you checked my doorknob with prints? Well, I can readily confess that I had wiped that doorknob down as well. No, you didn't. Eh? I'm a little obsessive compulsive, you see. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched, which is why I wiped the knob down as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim's and my own prints would be there. Oh, okay, that makes sense. You made that up just now, didn't you? Furthermore, as for the note Jim left for me, do you know exactly when that was? For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like, early evening, for example. Are you saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway? You must be so blind. Hey, even geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, although that's no excuse. Now that's just a flat-out lie. There's no way you didn't notice a note that size. But you can't prove that, can you? Say something, Mr. Edgeworth. Back me up here, sir. Portsmouth makes a good point. I can't prove that he simply didn't overlook it. Besides, I have an airtight alibi. Airtight, you say? I only just realized I had one as we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if I had told you sooner. Oh my gosh, this dude never ends. Portsman's alibi. Memory serves, you came back to this office at around 2 AM, correct? And it was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in the criminal affairs. Ask around. I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. Do you really think it's that perfect? Like I said, I don't care. Wow, okay. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself. Detective Gumshoe. Sir, yes, sir. I'll go check out his alibi, sir. Be right back. BRB. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portsmouth said. The guys down in the criminal affairs said they saw him at around 2 AM. You see? All of the evidence points to him being the culprit. So there must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere. How did you know that happened?
Hold it!
It is as you say, however. Yes, however, you are the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me who you saw? It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Objection!
Oh, come now, I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you? I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here. Oh well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprit. Okay, so I guess we told him at one point? What? Bam, 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 bam.
Hold it!
You are correct, it was around 2 AM. Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with time. I remember checking my watch then and make no mistake, it was 2. Ooh, giving testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came back to your office at 2.
Hold it!
So you paid the Criminal Affairs Department a visit? Yep, right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct.
Hold it!
Well, we did go and ask around to confirm your testimony, and it was just as I said, right? Yes, sir. A number of detectives said that they saw you at around that time. See? I had the perfect alibi. That's the ace I had up my sleeve. Ugh. Possible. He actually does have the perfect alibi. What's wrong? Why the sudden sullen look on your face? Okay, good thing I actually did present, because I was so stumped as well. Can't you say anything back, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we've reached the end of the line. End of the line. And it's time to get off this crazy train. Choo choo. You there. Sir. Please escort the young lady out. But remember, be gentle. Maggie! Detective Gamshave! Okay, bye. Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn the situation around. If only I had a clue. Did I miss something that can help me cast doubt on his alibi? I need to calmly think this through one more time, and with logic. Okay. These two? I don't know if these two fit or not. Nope. Okay. Not exactly a shining example of the perfect line of logic. No! This two? Okay. There were 2 bullets left at the scene of the crime. One that robbed Mr. Faith of his life, and one that nearly robbed me of my jacket. My jacket! However, the murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once, meaning that it is entirely possible that a second gun was used in my office tonight. But seeing as how the killer had to steal Mr. Faith's gun, I doubt the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, the second gun could have been the property of an entirely different person, which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office tonight. Okay. Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight, that would also resolve the issue of why my shelves were appended twice, or upended, whatever the word is. We know that the shelves were disturbed once before and once after the murder, so it shouldn't be much of a stretch to think that it was the work of 2 different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun and then killed him with it, and once again after the murder by our second culprit, who was the owner of the second gun. If we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back...
Objection!
Mr. Portsmouth, it seems that I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case. Great, so you finally come to your senses. Mr. Edgeworth, I thought she left. Why is she still here? Escort her out. Nah, just kidding, you can stay. Sir, what are you saying? This has been a misunderstanding on my part from the start. Wow, Edgeworth rhymed. I had assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that may not be the case. What do you mean? The person I ran into was just your average thief. A thief? But, sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts? Not at all. It simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, 2 culprits stole into my office tonight. What do you mean, 2? It explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were 2 guns. Mr. Portsmouth tricked Miss Bird and gained entry into my office.
Objection!
Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know. If you could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsmouth. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Nice. Grr. Now then, returning to my scenario. Mr. Portsmouth was out to steal something from me, which is why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time. So then this would be when the files were put back in the wrong order, right? Correct. And then just when he was about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his very own partner, Mr. Faith? But why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir? He probably had business with Mr. Portsmouth, which is why he was in the area. But that's when he noticed sounds coming from my office, would be my guess. Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right? And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into this office to check it out. Correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do. But when he came in, he found his own partner standing there. Because it was Mr. Portsmouth, Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. But Mr. Portsmouth was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him, and then... boom! He killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portsmouth wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he had also left the fake dying message behind. You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that? Well, if things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated. There was another? Visitor, sir? Yes, and this other person's objective was also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portsmouth left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so they stole the master key from the security guard's room and then entered my room and searched through my shelves. This was the second time that they were disturbed, and seems this thief found their prize. The stolen zero file, right, sir? Correct. Only just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter. This is quite crazy. So the shelves getting messed up twice and the bullets. It was all because two different people were doing those two different things at different times. Precisely. So now do you see, Mr. Portsmouth? The person I met was just a thief and was not, in fact, Mr. Faith's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant. Because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit.
Objection!
What's so funny, pal? Absolutely splendid. Your scenario explains everything. Of course it does. It's Mr. Edgeworth after all. But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Supposing if, and that's a big if, your theory is right, it would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there is still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence. Your supposition that I was the first visitor. Grr, Mr. Edgeworth, you can't let him get away with that, sir. But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point. Don't say that, sir. I don't believe this. Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must. You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, then why is that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct. Oh my gosh. Part 2. Damn. I forgot how good the music is in this game. Oh, Rain, hello. Why are you crying? Rain, why are you crying? I mean, hello. Okay. Hello. Hope you are well. That thief you ran into should be your real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but as I already said, I was training in my room. Oh, I just hydrated, but thank you, I'll hydrate again. Oh, and he's redeemed a timeout. Oh my gosh, it's all happening. Okay, emo only. Vic, you can time out Rain, right? How do we do this? Oh my gosh, there's so much happening in the chat. This is a 2-minute emo only chat, so hopefully I remember to do it. What have you done? Oh no! Oh crap, it ordered 600 seconds. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, thank you, Thick. Emote only. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at Criminal Affairs. So I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left. My mods are going insane. So, you think we should be out there looking for the thief? Of course, now isn't the time to be having these dead-end discussions. I don't think it's all dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it. Okay, so what do we have right now? I guess we'll just press.
Hold it!
But according to Mr. Faith's note, hold on, I thought we already cleared that up. Didn't we say that Jim left that note for me in the early evening? If you have proof that he left it at a different time, say, just before he was murdered, rather. I don't have any, no. You see, so I insist again that I was in my office the entire time. When Jim came to deliver some evidence, I was down at Criminal Affairs.
Hold it!
Why didn't you go there with Mr. Faith? Ah, that's because he said he was tired and was going to take a quick nap. You know, those sofas in the hallway? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits. And what of the evidence he brought? They were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items. A gun and a pendant. A gun. Also, you liar. Interesting. This piece of testimony seems too crucial to let it slip through the cracks. You brought me 2 items. You liar. He said 3. His note said 3 items.
Objection!
Only 2 pieces? I believe the proper phrase here is, you fail. Excuse me? Oh, Rain, he's back. Rain's back from the timeout. Hooray! You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Portsman, as you intend to keep evidence hidden from me. What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you. Well, here's a piece I think you should read carefully. Ah, it says that Mr. Faith was bringing 3 pieces. Yes, and this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portsman. I can't believe it. To get tripped up by some simple arithmetic. Where is the missing piece of evidence? Ah, it's... You have it, don't you? Only the guilty will make such a face. Detective Gumshoe. You don't have to say it, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe. No, wait, don't come any closer. I'm warning you. This is all part of the investigation, pal. So don't even think about stopping me. Who's your favorite Ace Attorney character and what is your best memory of that character? Ooh. That is a great question. I was thinking Trucy. Trucy Wright. I think her personality is so funny. She's just a kid, you know? She's just a happy-go-lucky kid who likes doing magic. Also, she was the one that made me started saying Gushin. Gushin. Because shoutouts to Spirit of Justice. I think it was case 2? 3. No, it's case 3, I think. 2 or 3. I still don't get these games, but I'm just here. It's essentially just, you know, read along. Also, I forgot about emo only. There we go. Hey, what's this? He had this on him, sir. Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide. How was I able to message? Because you're a mod. Cartoon court cases turn puzzler. But why would he hide something like that? There's only one reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber. Because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. We got him now, boys and girl. It's Cluedo, it really is. Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail. For the section of the tape that would drive the last nail into his coffin. Oh, KG8. Whatever this case is. The KG8 incident? That's a police case number, sir. Does that mean this video is evidence from that case? Interesting. However, what's recorded on this isn't what's important right now. Let's give the casing a thorough once-over. Okay. Portsman in Edgeworth's office with the gun. Ah, that's blood, isn't it? Yes, and I believe this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. This blood is still fresh. You mean this might be Detective Faith's blood? No, you've got it all wrong. No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth. You told us that you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now, you will tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video? Yeah, it's totally suspicious. Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on his personage? Personage? Why am I struggling to say this word? Personage. When you killed him? You know very well there's no way to prove that. Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints? Yeah. If I had to take a guess, I'd say that the only ones on here would belong to the murderers, you and Mr. Faith. No, impossible. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Anyways, it's 5:47. Gee whiz. Mr. Portsmouth has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir. Very good. And the results we got back from the lab techs on the tape turned out to be real solid, sir. The blood work came back and it was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on there. And as a bonus, they were also able to lift a few of Mr. Faith's fingerprints as well. Thank you very much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see your cool deduction skills outside the courtroom. I'm impressed beyond words, sir. It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in a murder in my office. Please accept my apologies. No, it was nothing, really. Compared to what I've been through, I mean... I consider myself lucky that it was only a burglary and a murder this time, sir. If it had been a hold-up or a hostage situation, I'd have thrown my hands up in the air. I throw my hands up in the air sometimes. Say, air. Baby, let's I think I'm finally rising up from a goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person. Something tells me we should have hired a different person for security detail. You know something, sir? That Mr. Portsman really was one corrupt prosecutor. And why would you say he was corrupt? Well, I heard that there was a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There's even rumors about how some of the evidence he uses is forged, sir. Forged evidence, huh? That's a very common theme at the moment. And they say he even decided not to prosecute a few cases for some really vague reasons. Ooh, that guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession. We never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking into my office. Yeah, whenever he got near to that topic, he just clammed up. Although, we can be pretty certain it was to steal something. This is just between you and me, sir, but there's a rumor that some sort of huge organization is involved behind the scenes. Oh, well. With Mr. Portsman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence, oh my gosh, to that rumor. It would seem that we haven't heard the last of this. Huh? Then Mr. Portsman isn't the bad guy? I didn't say that, but rather there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. For example, we still haven't figured out the significance to this piece of evidence. The gun.
Take that!
Sir? I don't think there's anything oh, okay, just kidding. Psych? Oh, the file. Damn it. Drat. Yes, the 0 series file, the significance of which we have yet to fully comprehend. The person who stole this file, the other villain of the night. Oh. Thick, what the heck did you clip? No, it's Rain. What a Rain clip. Oh no. Yeah, I wonder who it was. And what happened to the stolen pages? I wonder who in the world was it that held me up at gunpoint? Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Yes. I came across this while I was processing your office, sir. The heck is that? This card. What is it, sir? Is that a bird or something on there? It's not just any bird. It's the mark of the raven, a three-legged raven. Even you should know what this is, detective. Oh, it's about that thing, isn't it? That great thief everyone's talking about. Yes, it's the mark of the great thief Yatagarasu. Okay. Japanese for something. Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yatagarasu is noble to the end, a modern Robin Hood. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. I know that one. Ooh. Is it I'm assuming it's Japanese for, like, I don't know, raven? That's just my assumption. Though we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. Very much is. See, guys? I'm smart. The Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. The theft is always performed in silence and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is set forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media. I keep pushing the R button. Mythical three-legged crow. makes sense to the code, along with this single card. Although it has been a while since the Yatagarasu's last appearance. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, look, something's written on the back. What? Let me see. What the heck? How do you read that? That's hieroglyphs right there. It's the location of where the thief put the stolen files. So the person who stole the contents of the file was the Yatagarasu? Yatagarasu. Organization. Quite a few keywords are popping up in this mystery. The murder in my office. Oh, my chessboard has been set up. The return of the great thief Yatagarasu. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming. For they were heralded by the incidents that began to occur 2 days ago. 2 days ago? What? The end. Yay! Save. Okay, how long did that take? 3:14. I'm running a bit tight on time. The problem is that I don't think I'm going to finish this. If I start the second case, I'm definitely not going to finish it because I'm only playing this for today. So I don't know if I want to continue and do a bit of the second case or not. Should I start the second case but only do a bit of it? I would definitely only be doing a little bit of the second case. You know, if you weren't leaving streaming, you should have made it a first redeem and called it a gold star. A first redeem and called it a gold... That's funny. Alright, how about this? We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. But again, it's only just a little tiny glimpse at it. I can probably only play for like another 45 minutes-ish. Or, I don't know, guys. I'm trying to figure it out because I'm cooking dinner tonight, so I don't know if I want to start this. But the problem is, guys, you won't see the main character. Well, aside from Edgeworth, you won't see the other main character, which I was kind of hoping to let you guys see because it's a pretty significant character and she's a pretty cool person in this game. I don't know. We would just exist in the void until you stream next. Yeah, so the problem is because I won't be streaming Saturday. I will be streaming Friday. So yeah. I think I might just have to call it. You guys will just have to you guys only just saw the first case. Case closed. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see if I can, because if you guys look up Ace Attorney Investigations, you will notice that there's a chick in the cover. If you see her name is Kay. It's my name. She shares the same name as me. Anyways, Oh, guess who that is? I don't remember who that is. Guess who that is? Okay, well, I guess we'll have to call it there for today.